Hello everyone, this is Apple and you are watching Apple Level. And in this video I will talk about roses. As you can see, I have made another video about the rose and how the rose evolved in the forest and why they are, they learn to live in the shades, and why the roses was adapted in the garden, and why in the world the roses are still seen as a symbol of status and seen as a, people love it. So if you want to check it out, I have made another video about it. You can check it out in that fucking video. So just imagine a rose plant. What the rose plant needs in order to grow. Just imagine this is a rose plant. Okay. What does it takes to grow? As you know, roses are all the roses learn to live in the shade. To be honest. In the forest area, when you go inside the forest area, you can see they have learned to live in the shade. They are not a very tall tree, very small trees, and they have learned to live in the shade. And just because of that reason, they should have that much of radiation that they can suck up the water from the ground and they can make food inside the leaves. And in order to make the food inside the leaves, what they have to do, they should have that much of radiation that is getting absorbed by the leaves, that it can get heated and sucks up the water from the ground. And just because of that reason, the leaves are little, thicker and very dark, creamy in color, to be honest. So and as you can see, why in the world the roses are red, to be honest. Just imagine earth crust. Just imagine you have a magnet. If you put a magnet over the earth crust, now you can see that most of the little chunks of iron will get stick to it. And what are those iron pieces? Because earth is basically full of iron. The crust is basically full of iron. So in order to just imagine a rose plant. Just imagine how in the world you give most of the nutrition to your baby. The flower of the rose and the seed of the rose, as you can see in the last video, I have told you that most of the seeds of the rose are very small and they can't grow like that, just to grow on the ground, and they can't grow like that. So in order to grow, they need a very fertile and nutritious ground, nutritious surface. So just imagine the tree of the leaves fall on the ground, it becomes very fertile. And since the flower contains the genetic information inside it, so just imagine this is a rose flower. It sucks up all the nutrition from the ground. Photosynthesis is happening, and it sends the carbohydrates and all the informations inside the flower of the rose. But why in the world it is red? See, red is the color. There are 2-3 cases that it is a red in color. First, it have to it have adapted in such a manner that either it absorbs most of the radiation or either it reflects most of the radiation. So just imagine this is a rose flower, and the sun rays are falling on the rose petals. And if the sun rays are falling on the rose petal, what will happen? As you can see, just very delicate to be honest. And if it is very delicate, if the most of the sun radiation is falling on them, as you can see, the red have the maximum wavelength, and if you absorb most of the red, now you will you might get burned out. So if you get burned out, and the seeds are very small, so it is not proper way to grow for any flower, to be honest, as the leaves are very delicate. And so and it also contains iron in it. So as the leaves are very delicate, the petals are very delicate, to be honest. So what to do? How to grow? So they have adapted in such a manner that the genetical trait, as you know, any living body in the world have the genetical coding. And the purpose of that coding is, just imagine this is a hand. What is the genetical coding for it? That it is a fucking hand. Can you make it a leg? No, it can't make a leg. What is the color of it? It is a genetical coding. It is brown in color. So just like that, in plants also there is a genetical coding, and they have adapted in such a manner that they they thought that inside of it, the evolution process of that plant have thought that if we reflect the red color, we can, what to say, the seed inside us will be protected, and the genetical information, whatever inside that red uh, petal, as you can see, the seeds are very small, will be stored and will be, what to say, and they can fall on the ground, and when they form a bud, they can fall on the ground and they can grow again. So they what to say, they evolved like that. So why the red in color? Most of the one of my followers have asked me, sir, tell me why the rose is red in color. The pure breed of rose, why in the world it is red in color? So just imagine you are living in a forest, okay, and just imagine you want to attract a bug. Just imagine you want to attract a bug through the pollination process. As you know, the plants are not pollinated like that. They don't have what to say, the sex organ that they go and do the sex, things like that, to be honest. So in order to do the pollination and in order to attract the insects, they they should have something that attract the they should have something that attracts the, what to say, the insects, to be honest, will do the pollination, like the bugs, like hornet, bees and things like that, to be honest. So they adapted in such a manner that they looks very good, to be honest. So whenever the bugs see it from a very long distance, they watches it, it goes, oh my god, it's a flower. Since it is very bitter in taste, as you know, the gamma radiation of the leaves, and if the soil is full of iron and that much of gamma radiation, it is accepted. So it should get bitter in smell, to be honest. No matter how hard you try, it should smell little bitter, but still it looks very good, and just because of that reason bugs get attracted to it. And just imagine any bug is roaming around what to say, the rose garden, rose forest, small rose forest, to be honest. What happens to it? If it is on top of it, that's fine, but if it goes inside it, what will happen? It will goes on the ground, and since it is very dense and very tightly packed, just because of that it can't go anywhere, and it will fall on the ground and, to be honest, dies. And to be honest, the soil become more fertile, and just because of that reason the roses are called the vampires. They are very deadly living organism, living plants, to be honest. You know, the Venus flytraps and what to say, things like that, but in what to say, in botany we call it a very dangerous plant, which is a vampire, which eats the other insects and things like that. In that manner, they adapted in such a manner that it attracts the bug and it falls on the ground, and ground becomes more fertile. So just because of that reason, they have adapted and evolved in such a manner that it looks very good from far distance, and they goes there and they falls on the ground, they dies and they decompose, and what to say, the trees, roots of the tree sucks it, the nutrition of it, and it goes inside the leaves, and they make a what to say, the photosynthesis process, and the food is happening. So roses are like that. So once one of my followers asked me, sir, just tell me why there are pink roses and things like that. I said to him, I said to him that day, I will make a video about it. But just imagine this is red rose. Okay, just imagine this is red rose. And if the genetical coding of this red rose is like this, if you turn it like this, what will happen? The genetical coding, just imagine this is a red rose. Okay, this is the genetical coding of that rose. And if you turn it like this, what will happen? The genetical coding change, the ground and everything like that, ecosystem of that thing will change. And just because of that reason, it can't attract the bugs and things like that, and it will die, to be honest. And just because of that reason, one of my followers who asked me, let me tell you one thing. Red roses are the pure breed of roses. They are the pure breed of roses, and just because of that reason, only red roses you can find in the forest area. And those pink, yellow, white, and that the most precious, what you call it, the blue one, it is a hybrid, and you can only find it in the gardens, to be honest. So just imagine you want what to say, blue rose, most precious one, the light blue rose. And how in the world you can get the light blue rose? You have to change the genetical coding of it. Just imagine this is the gene pool of the red rose. What it is doing, it is what to say, reflecting the red, but it should reflect the blue. What in the world is blue on earth? Can you imagine? What in the world is blue on earth? Nothing in the world is blue on earth. UV light is, you can't see the UV. So it should be the combination of colors that it should reflect light. It should look like blue, but it is not blue. Hope you got the fucking answer. Means it is not just blue in color, like the light blue in color. They changed the genetical coding of it and it made it in such a manner that it looks like blue. Most of the most of the colorful things, they reflect the light. But what to say, the red roses, but the blue roses, they have adapted in such a manner that they, what to say, absorbs all the light and only gives you the reflection of the UV. That's why the genetical coding of the blue rose is the most complex and the most genetically, what you call, one of the most complex one. So that's why I told you about the blue rose, so that you can understand the genetical coding of other roses, why they are pink, why they are yellow, why they are black, the things like that. So that's all in today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video and keep watching my channel Aquagiri. And I have made another video about the rose, how they evolved in the jungle, to be honest. You can go and check that video also. And I also have an Instagram channel. You can go and check out my Instagram channel if you want to. And I also have a Twitter account. You can go and check out my Twitter. I tweet generally very frequent. You can go and check out my Twitter also. So that's all in today's video. Thank you and keep watching Aquagiri.